How are you all? Happy New Year. It's New Year's Day and it's been pretty cold in the UK, so I hope you had a great Christmas and I'm spinning the fish. It's a good opportunity when it's cold and it just warms up a little bit. It's now 7.9 degrees in this pond. I've just thrown a bit of all-season food in because they haven't had anything for a few weeks. Good opportunity to look at the fish, see what condition they're in, have a bit of an head count, just when you've got covers on your pond. So they've been popping up and they look okay. I've seen the big chagoy. Yeah, so I'm happy enough so far that I've seen them. Water temperature 7.9. So yeah, good opportunity on a cold New Year's Day. It's not been as cold as you guys in North America, so I feel for you. Hope you're okay, coming through it okay. Hope you koi are, or whatever your hobbies are. So yeah, welcome to Kenty's Koi Kicks and other kicks. So I'm going to walk down a bin. It has been quite cold here. The actual plant filter is now off. The shower's off. As you can see, this has actually took a beating. The water in there is looking pretty good. To be fair, there's some detritus in there, so what I'll do, like I say, the water's not flowing through this anymore, so give it another month or so. I think I will empty this, hoover the water out, clean this, fill it back up a spot on my early spring, late winter cleaning. So the fish are happy in the main pond. And what I will say, it's a difficult time of month, difficult time of year for many people, but still try and look on whatever you can, i.e. birdsong, colours. Look at the bamboo. Look at these lovely winter colours. And just look at the different contrasts and just take in what you can. It just does make you feel better, even though you might be having a shit day. Just pick up, just try and have them moments. Forsythia in flower. The witch hazel's about to pop open. What it is there, look at that. So I've just noticed that. I want to smell it. Just look at that. Really gone mad, this witch hazel. That'll be beautiful. Variegation in leaves, just greenness. The fact that these things are still thriving and growing despite the -10 whatever we've been having the last couple of weeks. Short bursts. Wind flowering honeysuckle. Oh, and it smells just like summer flowering honeysuckle. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Just little pockets of beauty that we can easily just walk past. Ivy. Just look at, I know it sounds daft, but the weeds starting to grow. Get January out of the way. Bees are taking the opportunity to do the business, have a wee and stuff like that, so they're alive. Lots of activity on that one. No matter where you're doing, temperature is about 8 degrees at the moment. So you just get the odd bee out, just to have a wee and a poo. what I've got to do as well is my reef keeping pH probe is throwing up a funny sort of let me in you bastards, funny up some flickery type readings, you know what I mean, flicking from one thing to another. So I'm going to got some pH probe cleaner, going to give that a soak. Only purchased a new one. Oh, in the orchid house, the Japanese Fukuren are doing well. Excuse me, this indoor little pond, 500 gallon, I think, no, 500 litre, is doing well. There's 3 fish in there, bubbling along nicely. Excuse me. Leave that probe cleaner. Now, so they're doing fab in there. 3. Anyone that's followed these koi, these 3, there's 2 of them that's still got a little bit of something going on the side, so I keep putting the Virkon in. I've salted to 0.3, 0.4 in this, try to keep that constant, so that's going well. These have been fully shut up now. I've stopped feeding because it's been too cold. These haven't had no food. Now what I have been doing is, oh, let me shut this. It got actually frozen in here. Didn't do the plants too much harm, but I've noticed it's too cold. I'm not massively, I'm not poor, what you could consider poor or anything like that, but I am frugal with my money. I don't like to waste it, but this has always been heated to about minimum of 8-10 degrees, because I used to have orchids in here more tropical than this. It's a big old greenhouse, and obviously with the cost this year, I decided to put the thermostats on as low as possible, but it went down to about 5 degrees in here. It just, yeah, I didn't like it. The actual top were frozen, so bit by bit, because it's gone a bit more mild outside, 8 degrees, 10 degrees, I've upped the heating. So I've used the outside ambient temperature to lift the inside to then up my heating. So, and I keep tweaking it up a little bit more. Just turn that till it clicks, look, and it's clicked off. So I've just upped that a little bit. So I'm hoping to maintain about 10 degrees in here. Now if I can do that, the water will match the ambient, okay, without heating the pond water. 9.1, say 9 degrees. That's about 9. I'll turn that off. I cleaned the filter out a couple of days ago, so that's nice and clean now. I've noticed with the indoor grow that it started going a bit milky again in there, so it was ready for a good clean out. So yeah, give it a good clean out, and actually it looks a lot better because it did go quite I don't know what it is about this pond. I've really struggled to get it settled down ever since I've had it installed, the water clarity and stuff like that. No matter whether I've got the UV on, off, it's off now, it's been off for about a month. But yeah, I don't know whether it's because of the micro K1 plastic filter, you know, getting the right bacteria going probably. You know, and obviously the load of the actual, the water volume is not big. I think it's about 1,000 litres in that, which is not small for a grow, for a little pond. But there's about 7 fish at about 30-40 cm in there. So obviously when you feed, there's quite a heavy load. However, it's a big filter. That's a big filter for that volume, and that's a big pump for that volume, but it's turned quite down. It's probably on a quarter, but it's still turning probably twice as much as it is every hour. You won't think that the way it's flowing through, look. So it's not contact or anything like that. got a nice vortex on the outside of the chamber. You can see it flowing around this way. So yeah, it's just struggled to get this one settled down. The fish seem happy enough. There's the shower from Gatwick Koi. It looks like it's put a little bit of timber on. I've got some good news. Oh, I've got some good news there. Made an impulse buy yesterday off Gary. He put a post on his Facebook page. Said he'd put a couple of fish on his sales website, gatwickkoi.com. Went on there, saw this fish, instantly loved it. It's a Sankey, which is not one of my favourites if I'm honest with you. But the pattern, for me, everything about it, I just loved. I looked at it, thought, oh my god, it weren't cheap. It's probably going to be the, well, it is going to be one of the most expensive koi I've ever bought. Anyway, let's not go there. But anyway, it is a really quality fish from Matsui Koi Farm in Japan. It's a lovely Sankey with a lovely pattern. The Benny on its head, put a picture up so you know what I'm talking about, and you might see why I liked it. And this is why I liked it, because I love the Kohaku pattern. So the Benny, anyway, without the Sumi, I love that pattern. It looks like a, is it a 4-step I think, but it is a 3 because it's joining. The Sumi is really deep, like it's lovely penned on. There's none on the right side, there's some lower on the video, there's some lower, so you never know. But for me, what struck me, anybody that knows me and my fish, or what I look for, is that head pattern. And when I saw that Benny, that Sumi, on top of the Benny in the centre, it just, boom, one of them moments for me. I just loved it. Thought, holy shit, I love that fish. And along with the white, the Shiro, all around it, just looks like snow. It just looked, when I looked at it, looked at the image up there, it just looked to me, anyway, to my untrained judge's eye, it just looks a proper koi. It looks a proper koi, you know. Now, I know the purists will say, well, it's very one-sided with the Sumi, and it is, but for me, I like that, how it flows from the head. It looks like, to me, that head looks like a Japanese island, a couple of Japanese islands on the back of, on the top of a sunset, or a murmuration of birds in front of a sunset. That's what I spotted. And the way it flows down that left side, not too much Sumi either. I don't like a heavy I don't like heavy showers, and I don't like heavy Sankey. So yeah, there's the reasoning for me for buying it. Put my name on it. It's not ready till March. So yeah, have a look at that, see what you think, put some comments down. I don't show fish or anything like that, it's for my own pleasure. So it will be interesting to see how that one goes. It will be interesting to see if any Sumi does pop up on that opposite side. If it does, it's a win-win, isn't it, for me? I like it as it is. I don't like it, I love it as it is. Just looking at that top down. I always, if you look at koi, and no disrespect for you people that's got pond windows, because I'm going to have one when I do my final pond build, my ultimate pond, if you want to call it that. I think koi look absolutely gross from the side. I'm sorry, what do you think? I hate the look of koi from the side. Ugly, man. If you're buying koi from the side, you would not be paying what you're paying, would you? No way. They don't look good from the side. Like we don't, you know what I mean? We don't look good from the side, do we? From the front, look a bit better, don't we? It's like koi from top down, top koi, and you look at them, they look loads better. So koi are definitely for looking from above down, not from the side. However, on window, you can see your koi. Koi do like to look out, there's no doubt about that. When they see that bit of light from the side, they like to have a nosy and stuff like that. So I like them. I do like pond windows, but the koi look bloody ugly. They just look like koi, don't they, to me? Sorry. Anyway, let's move on from that one. So yeah, these are doing, I hope these are doing well. Is me looking that way. I've lost some weight, guys, you might not notice. I have been watching my food a bit more. Watching the type of food I'm eating, whole foods, stuff like that. Going to the gym 3 times a week, doing ab work every day if I can in my house. Might jump on my bike every so often in the house, in the indoor. I've done over Christmas a couple of times. So and it's working and I'm enjoying it. That's the main thing. It's the lifestyle thing I've changed, which is great. So I'm really enjoying it, watching a lot of how to build muscle and tone and sort of lose weight without losing muscle or too much muscle, so you're not wasting away. So I'm not doing cardio or anything like that really. It's compound movements like lifting weights and stuff like that. Really enjoying it. And I've been doing it since the end of, was it August? So I think I was 240 pound, believe it or not, and I'm 225 today. But my stomach's going. Oops, stomach's going, look. So it's actually, you know, I can breathe in properly now. So yeah, that's that. So what I'm doing is back to other stuff. I'm increasing that to 10 degrees, and then what I'm contemplating, I'm not contemplating, I thought, you know what, balls to it. That heater's going on. When I get this up to a better temperature, I'm going to put the heater on and raise the temperature to get this grow on to 22, above 22 degrees. You need it to about 22 degrees C for growing koi. And I'm going to then take the shower out of there, the one I got from Gary, Gatwick Koi, the lovely shower that I bought, the little Tozai, plomping it here. So for end of January, February, March, I'm going to get 3 months of 22 degrees and see what happens. And if that costs me 150 quid to heat, it costs me 150 quid to eat. I'm talking myself around. As soon as I said it then, I thought, hang on, do I really want to do that? But I am. So these 3 koi will get a friend, and these 3 koi will get some heat, hopefully to get that skin condition, that you know, bacterial thing going off on their sides better. And I can start throwing some food in here and hopefully get that small koi growing. And hopefully within the 3 months, I might get, until they get the heat in here, start the summer early so you have a longer summer. So I'll have February, March, April in here heated, and then gradually bring it down, and then that will go off to the ambient temperature in here, which will hopefully be in between 18 and 22, or near 22 anyway, into summer. And then obviously next September it will obviously start to come down again. So, but what really I should be looking at maybe is not heating now, saving the coolness, wait till the heat is naturally hit, and then bumping the temperature up here. It sounds like madness, because you think, well, why would you add heat when you've got heat like the sun in summer? But people in the UK, our ponds, don't care what anybody says, they are not naturally at an ambient temperature above 22 degrees constantly for months in summer. Just don't happen. I've looked on my own pond, it don't happen. Because what we do, we insulate them well, so it's great for heat loss, but they're not so good. So you've got to think about this when you're building a pond. People putting whacking 100 mil on. Well, yeah, great, you're not going to lose heat in winter, but you're not going to gain it in summer. Because how's the heat going to get in? How's it going to get into the pond? I know you can heat it from above, but water draws heat in, draws it in. Like coolness at windows draws warmer here to the windows and gets condensation, water draws it in from anywhere it can. So for example, that blue tub up there in summer, oh my god, the water in here, absolutely, you could put your hand on it and it feels tepid. Feels tepid. And that's got all this insulation on top. So it's getting the heat from the side. So if you've got a black pond like that, that's why I stripped this off on these two sides, because the heat beats in here, so I did it for heat gain. But if you've got all this stuff on the side of it, there's no way warmth's going to get through this. It's going to hit this and reflect back, so you're not getting heat gain. So yeah. But anyway, a lot of people have serious koi keepers, air source heat pumps, and bump that temperature up, because air source heat pumps run at the most effective not when it's cold, when it's warm. So actually, when we want the heat in the UK, when it's cold, they become less efficient, so they cost more in supporting it with electric. Whereas in summer, they're more efficient. So the method in my madness, if I had a air source heat pump, is when that warmth outside is there, heat your pond. Heat the pond with air source heat pump in summer, because it's cheaper, and have your growing spell supported by the air source heat pump, and get the temperature consistently at 22 to 24 degrees. So you're possibly raising the pond temperature 4 degrees over summer in your outdoor pond, as opposed to doing it now when it's going to cost you more. So you know, it just needs a bit of playing about, don't it? But that's the method I think that people need to be thinking about. So anyway, what do you think? Should I heat the pond, this one? Should I get me 1 kilowatt heater on? Worked a treat last year. This was at 21 degrees, and I reckon I got a lot of the fish in here to another 10 centimeters. So I got another that much growth when I would have got nothing. So last year in there was the Karashigoi. So look at my last video. About this time last year, I had my Karashigoi in there and had the Kohaku in there growing. So you can continue the food, they're active, they're warm. Yeah, anyway, bloody hell. So the feeder's not on, they've not been feeding, so I can't get the Sakia Kori balance in them. They've not been, just like I say. I ate some mussels. I've got some mussel shells that I don't want to throw in the bin. So what I'm going to do with them, I know I'm just going to put them in this filter here. I'm just going to put them in this bottom tray, I think, and just let them gradually erode. Made of calcium, aren't they? So yeah, there you go. There you go. Not a lot going off, still the odd flower. Hope you had a great Christmas again. Look to the positives wherever you can in the new year. Balls to resolutions, they don't work. I've not got no resolutions. What I've done with my little weight loss thing, and this just the last thing there before I switch this ramblings off, I'm just setting 3-month sort of goals, not even goals, just a point in my diary. Make it to that date in my diary, 3 months. I did that at the start of this. I've made 3 months, I've lost weight, I'm enjoying it. So now I put another date in my diary for another 3 months. I'm thinking, well, if I've done this so far, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I might be down to my goal 25% body fat. I'm 28% body fat at the minute, and I started just under 40% body fat, believe it or not. I'm now 28%, so hopefully another 3 months, I'm hoping I get about 25% body fat. And I'll do another 3 months, and I might knock another 3% off, so on and so forth. Little chunks, but no long-term, like, oh my god, I'm going to do that, I can't stick that for a year. So in my head, it's long-term. In my head, it's another thing you want to look at. If you're going to look at this sort of stuff, just do it. Just get there. Get to the gym. Get out and walk. Get out and be active. And look at whole foods. Look at whole foods. For example, you can have a slice of pizza, which will be like that big, and you'll take about 1 minute to eat it. You'll not feel like, oh, I'm full. But you could have a whole bowl of something else, and it'll be the same amount of calories or less, and you'll be like, yeah, that was alright. But you just spruce it up with some few bits of sauces and spices and stuff like that. That's the key. Okay, so today I've got 2 pieces of salmon. I'm going to have some rice, tart it up. I've got some bok choy, I'm slicing off on the grill, so it's lovely and like caramelised with some oil, some salt and pepper, a bit of teriyaki sauce. You get my drift? Instead of a pizza. Thanks for watching.